Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind. I will take cold air, high heel shoes. It doesn't mean that I'm about to do. No, I like music. Where hip hop goes. That doesn't mean that I'm saying no. Oh, forgive me for having free hand. No, it doesn't mean I'm yeah. Life is another race or color. It doesn't mean I tonight must go back for us. Why must it be this way? Before you can read me, you got so shallow. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Become a guy, don't be so shallow. So I'm a sister, my face with ash, that really doesn't mean that all my credit's bad. So I dispute me and waste my time because you really think the price is high for me. I can't love you without being watched to know you'll break my mind before I'm ready to my mind. That attitude, why even bother? I can't change your mind, you can't change my color. Why must it be this way? Before you can read me, you got to learn how to see me. I say, and the rest will follow. Become a guy, don't be so shallow. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Become a guy, don't be so shallow. Free your mind.
Wow. In vogue. All right. Well, how y'all doing out there in TV land? Okay. Let's get this party started. It's 2:30 on a Sunday. What's today's date? The 11th, March 11th. And of course, I cannot even begin without giving respect and honor to our ancestors. So, in the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Of course, I am that mighty one, Angel Snubbing Up 7. Wherever you may find me on the internet, that's who I am, the mighty, mighty, mighty Angel Snubbing Up 7. And of course, I am your soul brother, number one. Let me set this up so I can see my chat room here. Live television, you know. Okay. Just a second here. Setting it up, setting it up. Okay, so I can be in business. Check out the chat room. All right. Now, the subject that we have decided to tackle today is defending Brother Ben X against young Pharaoh and the general Sarah Sultan Sete. Well, that's the ongoing popular trend in YouTube land and social media We have on one side, Brother Ben X, a follower of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and on the other side, we have the General Sarah Sudi and his protege, the young Pharaoh. And it's going back and forth. I don't know how this got started. Maybe it's just one ideology versus another ideology, simple as that. I don't know if it's personal. I don't know how all this came down. But I decided to put my little 2 cents into the ring because I feel sorry for my poor little brother Ben. You know, Brother Ben X and myself, we had a little back and forth, you know, for a little while there. But I like Brother Ben. He's just caught up in some things, and he don't know. How you doing there, Sister Sunshine? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. I want to say, before I get started, and I want to make this perfectly clear, I do love, as my brothers, all these brothers are much younger than I am. I respect the tenacity, the intelligence, the articulation, the presentation of these young men who have decided in their life to bring attention to this struggle that we call Black liberation, because they could be doing something else. They could be having a family and going to work, doing a 9 to 5, or singing and dancing or whatever. They could be doing everything except drawing attention to the struggle of an oppressed people that they were birthed from. So I have no choice but to give them utmost respect to these young men. And I have to love them because they love what I love, and that is the struggle, that is the liberation attempt of these who are the descendants of slaves born in America having dark skin. I would give that to them. The mythology, how they're doing it, well, that's different. But at least I know they want to do something. And if you wish to be successful, sometimes you might love a certain strategy, but if it's not working, brother, if it's not working, sister, maybe you should stop trying to put the round peg in the square hole. It's not working. I know you love the square peg. It's not fitting, my friend. Let it go. We don't know how to do that yet. Even as mature people, we just keep trying to put the square peg in the round hole. It's not going to work. I know you like, but it's not working. Do you know, contrary to popular belief, and it's a fact, do you know I was once 23 years old, 32, 44. I was once those ages also. I was once Brother Ben's age. I was Sarah Suti's age. I was young Pharaoh's age. And my journey in the struggle, some of y'all call Black conscience or Black liberation or Black revolution, however you want to call it. My journey began at 8 or 9 years old after I was introduced to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And there was no adults around to tell me nothing. I read Message to the Black Man, Our Savior Has Arrived, the books offered by the Nation of Islam, and by myself at 8 or 9, I'm going to try to do whatever I can against the system. And remember, when I was coming up, I was raised and born in Jim Crow. Y'all know what Jim Crow. I was born in Mississippi, one of the racist states in the Union under Jim Crow. And I was 8 or 9 years old by myself. I'm willing to stand up against this peckerwood in the South. So, of course, I have to give respect and honor to all those who are attempting or want to fight the oppressor and change our condition. I would like for this situation to end once and for all. But again, our methods and our strategy, and sometimes our own selfish pride, what we want for ourselves is getting in the way of that true freedom that you claim that you want for your people. We have to be careful of that. So I was fighting this battle at 8 or 9. I don't know what these young men was doing when they were 8 or 9 years old. I know what I was doing at 8 or 9 years old. Now, I'm going on to be 55 years old. So I've been around a little bit, over a half century. And I've been in this struggle for most of my life, really almost all of my life. But nobody never refers to me as an elder. But I am your elder. Peace, Roderick. And I'm an elder, okay? Whether you like it or not, I'm an elder. Many of you don't agree with many of the things that I say. How can you be an elder and talk the way that you do? I talk the way I do is because I am an elder, and I have matured and I have grown through life and have come to certain conclusions because of my maturity. Okay? Some of us never mature. You cannot mature and stay the same as you was when you was 18 years old. When I was 18 years old, I was standing as a fruit of Islam, just like Brother Ben. Just like Brother Ben X. So I come from the same place and I am cut from the same cloth that many of you come from. The only difference is I am not loyal to a certain religion. I'm not loyal to a certain political belief or none of that stuff. I am loyal to the truth, the real truth, and what is working. If it's not working, I'm ready to be done with it. Let's try something else. Oh, brother, give it some more time. How much time do you need? You had 4 years. You had 10 years. You had 15 years. You had 40 years. It's not working. I'm not going to waste my time like that. Now, if you want to continue to be a damn loser, that's your problem. I'm not going to do it. I got to find something that works. Now, and as an elder, I also experienced incarceration. Many of you have not experienced that. I would not wish that on any of you. You lived a nice, comfortable slave life in the beautiful world of the races, of which many of you know that you are incarcerated. I was double incarcerated, but I was able to get myself out. No lawyer, using my brain, using my mind. That's why I am, and that's what created the person that you see today, because all that super black scholarship stuff y'all talking about, when they lock you up, it don't work. It don't mean a damn thing. You have to change your strategy and your mindset of how you think. So the reason why I am able to speak to you today is because I had to liberate myself from all that stuff that y'all believe in. The Kemetic stuff, the Nation of Islam stuff, all that black scholarship, high science, black, don't, bleh. None of it meant nothing. The racists was not impressed by nothing I said that happened 6,660 trillion years ago, or whatever the hell it is. This make you look more crazy. So I'm passing my experience down to those who wish to listen. If you don't want to take advantage of your elder who has learned lessons through life, that's your business. Keep doing what some other elders have done. And actually, what was the result? Didn't accomplish nothing. They're a bunch of losers. So if you want to be a loser, that's your business. You want to be a winner, you need to get with this chicken dinner. And ain't that what they say? Shout out to my chat room. got the lion in the house, and brother Leon, how's the wife and children? Always got to ask you about that. So yeah, I'm an elder, and I think that I'm a good elder. I have learned a lot of stuff in my lifetime that should be valuable for you. You should stop looking for what sounds popular, what sounds good. When it comes to medicine, a lot of medicine does not taste good, but it's good for you. I am medicine. I'm not looking to taste good or look good, but I'm good for you if you listen, if you embrace what I'm talking about. Now, I don't want to keep you long. I just want to try to have a little fun with this topic, if that's possible, and we can go on and finish our day. Again, I want to make something perfectly clear. I do not hate nobody. I'm not jealous of nobody. I wish to present to us, with respect to Brother Ben X, with respect to the General Sarasun Seti and young Pharaoh, I'm not here to make mockery or any of these things. I'm just here to bring an observation that perhaps could be good and benefit all parties involved, including myself. So, I was watching the live stream because I am subscribed to Young Pharaoh. I'm subscribed to Brother Ben X. I'm subscribed to the General. I'm subscribed to a few people out here. I was watching the live stream. I think that the General Sarasun Seti and Young Pharaoh, both of them was going on at the same time. So I had to flip back and forth to see what they were saying. And their target, was my little brother Ben X. And they was going in. I'm like, woo! Man, they were. I heard Sarasun Seti talk about the Nation of Islam before. But this day, and the videos are posted, these brothers, woo, man, they was lighting up. They was blasting the Nation of Islam. I'm like, there's nothing that you can really say. I mean, there's really no defense. The brothers are intellectual. They were presenting the pictures, the evidence, all types of things. If they was the prosecutor in a court of law, chances are y'all be going to jail. They was hard. I mean, woo. I am no longer in the Nation of Islam, have not been in the Nation of Islam since at least 1989. So I haven't been in the Nation of Islam. But they start making me feel bad. You know, I'm like, wow. See, I have to embrace the truth. And the brothers was bringing it. I know some of us don't like it, just like they may not like what I have to say about them today. You know, but they was they was pow, pow, pow. I'm like, woo. You know, there was no young Pharaoh. There was no General Sarasun Seti when I was a FOI. When I was an FOI, I thought I was a pretty intelligent, brother, and I was able to defend the teachings against almost everybody except this atheist. I remember I was debating with this atheist one time, and the atheist really had me on the wall, but I didn't let the atheist know that that was happening. And that's why this thing called atheism always stayed on my mind, because this atheist person, which I never heard, I didn't know what atheism was. But this guy was really slamming. He was pow, pow, pow. And I was trying to duck and dodge, and he had me on the ropes, but I didn't let him know. See, that's another thing. You don't let your enemy know that you're on the ropes. So he said what he had to say. I said what I had to say, and he went his way. I went my way. But everything that atheist brother told and said to me, I always remembered that, always. And then I was listening, well, not listening, but I was reading a book about Bruce Lee, and somebody asked Bruce Lee, do you believe in God, Bruce? And Bruce said, if these persons, if this God do this running, do these exercising, do all this stuff that I have to do in order for me to be who I am, I would give that God the credit. Until then, clearly Bruce was saying, no, I don't believe in no God. That always stayed in my mind. But of course, I was raised to believe in God, being a Christian. I was raised to believe in God in Islam. So I still held on to my belief in God because I just didn't understand. But those things that these atheists were saying, it just stayed there. And as you can see, it has come to fruition. It has come up. And now I am who I am. But they was blasting. And Sarah said was talking about, okay, they already talking about the religion, the Nation of Islam ideology. But then Sarah said he started talking about the FOI. He said, y'all running around with y'all cheap Brooks Brothers suits and Payless shoes. It reminded me back in the day, because see, I didn't wear a Payless, a Brooks Brothers suit. It was cheap. And I did wear Payless shoes. I actually did buy my shoes from Payless. But most of the brothers, when they get some money, they go to where they sell police equipment, and you get a pair of shoes that the police and soldiers wear. That's what we wore. Because those Payless shoes, when you have to move, they're not going to make it. But, I'm like, wow. That's what made me want to make this video, because it made me feel like I was under attack. And I'm not even a Muslim. So I said, he had me laughing, because it reminded me of the days when I was in the Nation of Islam. Oh, man. If Sarah Sudenseti and young Pharaoh existed when I was a young person in the nation, I would have left then, because they was bringing some, I'm interested in the truth. I'm not interested in the hype. I'm not interested in what sounds good. The things that they were saying about the nation and the ideology and how it was created, I would have left. It's just simple as that. But I want to say to young Pharaoh, and I want to say to the general, on the serious tip, it's always good to bring truth. However, sometimes there's a price to pay. And when you're messing with the Nation of Islam or any religious type thinking people, these people, they talk that peace crap, but some of these folks can become violent. I have been threatened myself 2 times by the Nation of Islam folks. And I always, by these faceless trolls that come to my pages when I talk about Minister Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, and so forth, they always threaten me. I take these threats very seriously, because the Nation of Islam has a history of murdering dark-skinned people. They will not touch the Caucasian. They won't touch Caucasian or anybody else, but they will murder a Negro. This is a fact. This is their MO. So I understand you have to tell the truth. But when you call Elijah Muhammad all these different names and Master Fraud Muhammad and these different things, and you're cussing and stuff like that, you don't know what you might trigger in some of these people. Religion makes some people crazy. Religion can make some people for real go insane. And they know what you look like, but you don't know what the crazy guy look like. And you could be down the street in one of your meetings or whatever, and one of these suckers say, I finally got you. Next thing you know, They don't blew you away just like they done Malcolm. That's right. So I'm not telling you you should be scared. No, you should not be scared. You should not live in fear. But you need to watch your back and be careful, because these religious zealots, you never know what you might trigger in them. Now, if you was Caucasian, you would have nothing to worry about. They don't bother Caucasian people. Back in the 1980s, Minister Farrakhan had this big meeting in New York City, and right across the street, I was a young FOI, right across the street was I guess the Jewish Defamation League, or whatever the hell they was. They was on the street talking about, who do we want? Farrakhan. How do you want him? Dead. That's what they was talking about. Now, if you notice, nothing happens to people like that. They call the messenger all kinds of names and call Minister Farrakhan anti-Semite and a devil and a Hitler. They can call Minister Farrakhan anything they want to. They will not bother those people. But when you do it, or if I do it, you better watch your back, because they have a history of murdering dark-skinned people, their own people. They love those who brown-nose them. I don't brown-nose your ass. I'm going to respect you, but I'm not going to brown-nose your ass. You don't want to work with me? That's fine and dandy. I have the right to talk about your religion. You putting it in the public to brainwash folks. I'm going to give an alternative view. I'm going to be your competition in that. And folks like that, they don't appreciate it. And because they are religious influence, they will hurt you. So just be careful, brother. Be careful. And so, like I said, the brothers was throwing down. Young Pharaoh and General Seti, they throw down so much. Even King Noble been making videos to try to help defend Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. Woo! That's how bad it is. That's how bad. And I can guarantee you, if King Noble wanted to sit down with Minister Farrakhan, he couldn't get a meeting. And you out there, out there trying to defend this man. They don't need they have thousands and thousands of people. King Noble, you don't have to defend the Nation of Islam. Let them defend themselves. Oh, how am I talking about? I'm trying to defend Brother Ben. Well, actually, I'm not defending Brother Ben. I want to give Brother Ben something to fight with out of the mercy of my heart. Because I see clearly nobody's trying to help Brother Ben. Now, Brother Ben, if you was with me under this umbrella that I call the Reality's Temple on Earth, you was calling yourself a soul brother. Now, you don't have to worry. I'll be there. We will be a team fighting against the adversary, those who are against us. You don't have to worry about that. Now, here you have a young brother, Brother Ben. He really don't know the teachings. He don't know. He's a young man. Still got Similac on his mouth. This brother really don't know the teachings. He don't know nothing about Islam. The only thing he know is that he heard Minister Farrakhan teach. It felt good to him. He felt as though it did something for him in his life. That's all he really knows. And he's trying to spread the teaching. That's all he's trying to do. And he's caught up in all this stuff. But Brother Ben, that's how it goes. You want 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers. The heat is coming. That's just the bottom line. That's how it goes. You want to be big shot? That's how it goes. So here we are. We have Brother Ben, and he's taking snippets from Minister Farrakhan's speeches and stuff like that. Young Pharaoh and Seti is coming. They just bringing it raw. They're not running around looking for videos to put up. They are bringing it live in person right out. Brother Ben X can't do that because he really don't know the teachings, and he really don't know. He's caught up in the hype of Louis Farrakhan, the entertainment. It looks good. That's all. I mean, I understand, because when I was a young person, I was caught up in the hype. But as I mature, the hell with the hype. My pockets is empty. What's going on here? And my community, this nation of Islam is doing nothing for my community. Hey, son, you know, I can't do this. Yeah. We got Ogre in the house. How you doing? Sister Sunshine, what do you say? Did anyone in the New York, the NOI ever sit down and present some sort of blueprint or clear plan with long-term goals and steps? Yes, over and over again. Under the leadership of Louis Farrakhan, he has presented the 3- and 5-year economic program of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad several times. What has happened with that? Nothing. Nothing. Million Man March. Nothing happened with that. Justice or else. Nothing. What kind of leadership are you trying to follow? Nothing is happening except hype. Minister Farrakhan gets to sit around and take a picture with Snoop Doggy Dogg. What's up, biatch? You know, that kind of crap. you know, ain't nothing happening. So, Brother Ben just don't know. And I feel sorry for the brother. That's why I'm here, because here you are, your little brother is under attack. Where is Wesley Muhammad? Wesley, Brother Wesley, your little brother is under attack. You know more than he do. You know Seti and you know young Pharaoh. You're not going to let your little brother sit here and take all this heat by itself. I don't see nothing from Wesley Muhammad. Where's Nuri Muhammad? That Farrakhan looking guy. Where is he at? They are allowing. Now you have people that's in the chat rooms and stuff like that, but you need some heavy hitters. You need to be a heavy hitter to deal with young Pharaoh and General Seti. That's just the bottom line. Brother Ben can't do that. He's no match for these young men. No match. Matter of fact, what you really need is Louis Farrakhan himself. Now, of course, Louis Farrakhan, I'm too big to mess with young Pharaoh and Seti. Well, you don't have to take on Seti, but your little brother's out there. Give him the information that he needs so that he can counter what Seti and young Pharaoh is bringing. Don't leave that brother out there to drop. See, I'm telling you, Brother Ben, you're in the wrong place. You need to come here. You need to come here with me and help me grow this temple. This is where you need to be, because I got your back. And we got the power. I'm going to show you we can handle young Pharaoh and General Seti. Your brothers in the Nation of Islam clearly can't do it. They can't do it. But you want to know something, Brother Ben? The reason why Nuri Muhammad and Wesley Muhammad or any of these other all-knowing Muhammad ministers, maybe the reason why they're not coming to your aid is because they can't help you. Because I'm telling you, the information that Seti and young Pharaoh throwing, woo! I'm glad I'm not under Farrakhan. Woo, because them, I can't defend it, man. It's a losing. I love Elijah Muhammad. I love the Nation of Islam, but I mean, for me, I just have to accept truth as truth. I can't, I mean, they throwing some heat. But Brother Ben is just, he just caught up in the hype. He just caught up in the hype. And unfortunately, Brother Ben, that's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to get from the Nation of Islam in its present condition. And it has been proven for the last 40 years. The only thing you're going to get is hype. That's all. Now, if you can dish it out, then you should be able to take it, right? Whenever you're talking about somebody, then I should be able to handle the heat when it's my turn, right? Right? Okay. So if young Pharaoh and General Seti, if they can do all this talking, they've done all this research, when it's your turn, how are you going to respond? Are you going to like it? Because you think that you got something better than the Nation of Islam. What is it that they have better than the Nation of Islam? They are involved in this Kemetic teaching, love of Egypt stuff. Let's see how wonderful that is. Shall we journey into the role of Kemeticism, y'all? Take my hand, take my hand. We finna go open the door and explore the wonderful world of Kemet. Y'all wanna go to Egypt? Come on. It's a wonderful day to be in Egypt. It's wonderful to be in Egypt. Do you wanna see a pharaoh? A young pharaoh? Let's talk about some personal things here. Just slightly. Just a little slightly. Okay, you have somebody like Sarah Seti, and he's talking about the Nation of Islam. Okay. Now, Sarah Seti, it was a meeting he was doing in Mississippi, and Sarah Seti told the audience, Sarah Seti said, you can smoke blow. Now, I don't do drugs. I don't know what blow is, but it's a drug. He said you can smoke blow as long as you exercise. So as long as you do your exercises, let me get my blow, y'all. I guess that's blow. I don't know what blow is. Just do your exercises, stay in shape, and you can smoke your blow. I don't know what blow is. I'm pretty sure it's some kind of drug. And Sarnetta snitched on Sarah Seti, and Sarnetta said that not only do Sarah Seti do blow, but he also drinks like Hennessy, that hard liquor. So you smoke blow and you drink whiskey, right? Okay. Now, Sarah Seti, sir, did you learn that from Kemet? Did you learn that from the hieroglyphs on the tomb, on the pyramid? I just want to know. I'm just wondering, sir. Because I'm gonna start doing my exercises and smoke me some blow. I want to be like you, because I definitely don't want to be like Brother Ben. Brother Ben don't do no drugs like that. Where my blow at? Here we go. I don't think I'm gonna make this video, y'all. Whoa, this blow is good. I'm doing my exercises. Woo! Did you learn that from Kemet? I'm just wondering, Seti. I'm just wondering. Okay, then we have somebody like young Pharaoh. I was watching a post somebody put about young Pharaoh, and young Pharaoh said that we come from reptiles, y'all. Young Pharaoh said that we come from reptiles. Okay, woo, man, these people, I don't know where they get their stuff from. Now, a reptile does not have mammary glands. They do not, no reptile that I know of feeds milk to their babies. No reptile. So we would be the first reptile where the sisters have breasts to feed their reptilian baby. The reason why the human being is called a mammal is because we feed our babies with milk. Any animal that feeds their baby with milk is called a mammal, not a reptile. I don't know. And he went to try to explain how our fingers and our skin looks like a reptile skin. man, look. All of us, all of us on this planet, all the life forms on this planet have a common origin. If you look at the embryo of a chicken or a turtle or people, if you look at the embryo, they almost all look the same. And they all develop in water. So chances are all of us come from up out of water at some time in our evolution, in our development. And of course, we're going to have similarities with one another somewhere. But we are not a reptile. Reptiles are also cold-blooded. So we will be the first warm-blooded reptile. Come on, young fella. Where you getting your information from, bro? God, come on, now. Are you real? And you have people that actually believe in this stuff. To me, it's like a comedy show. Because it's just, where y'all getting this stuff from? From the walls of Kemetic? Them people must have been smoking some blow. They must have been doing a lot of exercising, you know, in Egypt. Oh, man. Now, young Pharaoh, he wants to show that Brother Ben X is really foolish, really stupid for joining the Nation of Islam, right? At the same time, if y'all remember, if you go back, young Pharaoh got scammed by Brother Polite with that paperwork crap. You know, I'm going to buy my sovereignty or some crap like that. And young Pharaoh put in his papers, and I haven't heard nothing about his sovereignty ever since. You know, so if you so smart and you do all your research, how did somebody like Brother Polite scam you? Did you ever get your money back? I really doubt it. But you're so smart, and Brother Ben is so dumb, spending his time and his money, giving it to Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, and you ain't no better. Matter of fact, are you smoking some blow too? Are you exercising? You know, maybe that's the reason why Brother Polite was able to scam you, because he was getting you while you was doing your exercising, smoking your blow. I'm just joking around, y'all. Come on now. Come on now. Let's get real. You want to laugh and make mockery of the Nation of Islam? Look at yourself. What did Michael Jackson teach us? He said, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. We need to look at the man in the mirror first before we begin to jump on folks. You know, if people want to believe in Jesus, if they want to believe in Farrakhan, you know, it's good to tell the truth. But I mean, come on, let's have a little mercy. Don't be hurting folks up, you know. Let's not be trying to hurt people the way that we do. We want to hurt people so we can feel better about ourselves. But then when you look at yourself, you ain't got it together like that, what you think yourself. Now let's bring this to conclusion real quick. Okay. I want to show y'all something. Let me share my screen. Let me set this up real quick. Let me share my screen and let's talk about this. Let's share my screen. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. I want to show you something. Okay. I really don't know. I can't see this thing. I hope that it's acting the way it's supposed to act. Okay. Here is some pictures of Frankenstein. Okay. This fella here is Dr. Frankenstein. I want y'all to follow me now. This fella is Dr. Frankenstein. This fella here is the monster of Dr. Frankenstein. Now, I want to just show you these images real quick so that you know the difference. This is not Frankenstein. This is the monster. This is Dr. Frankenstein that created the monster. This is the monster. Sometimes people call this person, this monster, Frankenstein. This is the monster. This is Dr. Frankenstein that created the monster. Okay? I want y'all to keep those images because we're going to go through this story real quick. I want to show you something. Let me come back to me. All right. Okay, y'all got it? All right, you know the difference. Okay, Dr. Frankenstein and the monster. Okay? You got it? That's the images. That's what I want you to see. Now, how did Dr. Frankenstein create this monster? Dr. Frankenstein and his assistant, I forgot what his assistant was, Dr. Frankenstein. I don't think it was Igor. But anyway, they went to the cemetery and they robbed the graves of body parts. That's what they done. Now follow me. It's very simple. I want to try to make something a connection here. Dr. Frankenstein and his assistant went to the cemetery, to the graves, to get body parts. They took the body parts, sold the body part. Now the parts came from different places. Didn't come from just one person. They got an arm from here, got a leg from there. They put all this together and bandaged it all up. And then they put this body on this platform and they waited for the right time where the lightning would strike so they can get the right amount of energy so they can try to bring these dead parts back to life. Wow. Y'all follow me now. They tried to bring the dead to life. Not only the dead, but these parts come from a little bit of everywhere. Let me share my screen again. I want to show, well, the lightning comes down, and then you can see the life come into the body of the monster. They don't call it a human. Look. They don't call that a human being. They call it a monster because it's something outside of nature. They don't call it human. It's human body parts. Why don't they call it Frankenstein's new human? They don't call it that. They said the Frankenstein monster. And they begin to bring this thing alive. Let me share my screen real quick again, because I want to get this scene. Let's screen share again. And we go back to these pictures. They bring the monster to life. Here's the doctor. The doctor said, "It's alive, it's alive, it's alive, it's alive." The doctor don't say he's alive, but it looks like it's a man. He don't say she's alive. The doctor said, "It's alive, it's alive." Wow. Brother, where you going with this, man? Where you going with that? Okay. I'm gonna let you. Let me set this up again. Yes, so I can see the chat room. Okay, where you going with this, man? Well, look. Do some of y'all know where I'm going with this? Anybody, raise your hand. Anybody know where I'm going with this? Okay. This is my conclusion. This is my observation for y'all Kemetic folks. It's a new creature. Not a human being, it's a new creature. Where you going with this, brother? What do the what do Kemetic people do? Kemetic people go to Egypt. They always talk about Egypt. And they focus on Egypt. Now, let me share my screen again real quick. Probably be the last time. I'm gonna share my screen real quick because I want to show you the pyramids. You should know where I'm going with this. You should know where I'm going with this. If you don't, let's go for the ride. Let's go for the ride. Okay, here we go. Here are the pyramids that these Kemetic folks are crazy about. Go back to Egypt. We Kemetic. They're our ancestors. Okay, here's the pyramids. Now remember, that's the pyramid. I want you to focus on that because I got a question for you. Here's the pyramids, y'all. This is the pyramids. I hope that you know where I'm going with this because it's messed up. It's messed up. Now let me go back. Let me bring myself back here. Set my screen back up because I just wanted y'all to see that so you can have a reference. Anybody know where I'm going with this? I'm talking about Dr. Frankenstein monster. Well, I'm getting ready to tell y'all. What is a tomb? What is a pyramid rather? It's a tomb, right? The pyramid actually is a graveyard. That's what it is. A fancy cemetery for the royalty of Egypt, right? Ain't that right? Am I wrong? Right or wrong? The pyramid is a tomb, fancy cemetery for the royalty of Egypt. Right or wrong? It's a tomb. What did Frankenstein? What did Dr. Frankenstein do? He went to rob the graveyard or the cemetery. People like Sarah Seti, those who are into this Kemet thing, what do? They are running to Kemet, to the cemetery. What are they? They have become, just like Dr. Frankenstein, a gang of grave robbers. That's what they're doing. Why are they focusing on Egypt? Just like Dr. Frankenstein was doing, to get body parts. So you have Sarah Seti, young Pharaoh, and people like that, those who are in this Kemetic thing, they are running to the cemetery, grabbing different various body parts, hoping to create life to something that is dead. There is nobody from Kemet, nobody from Egypt that taught Sarah Seti or young Pharaoh nothing. Everything they get is dead. So they go to the walls and they read the hieroglyphs and all this kind of stuff. Are nothing but a gang of grave robbers. How are you going to talk about the Nation of Islam when you're nothing but a sophisticated going to a place to get body parts from a grave? That's what you are. Sarah Seti is a grave robber. Nobody from Egypt, nobody from Kemet taught them nothing. It's all fabricated nonsense, manufactured bull doo-doo. That's what it is. And this Kemetic teaching ain't nothing but a Frankenstein. It's nothing but a monster created by Dr. Frankenstein that Seti did not create, that young Pharaoh did not create. It's somebody's monster from the body parts from a dead civilization, somebody who was a damn grave robber. I was visiting my friend, Pastor Ray Hagan, and he's into that Kemetic stuff, and he used to be a preacher, a Christian preacher. And what he has done is he mixed Christianity with this Kemetic monster teaching that they made up from robbing the grave. And I don't know what this stuff's supposed to be. It's supposed to be myrrh. It's myrrh, some kind of perfume or whatever. He took the stuff in the bottle, and just like in the Christian church, they take that oil and put it on your head. And I don't know what this stuff is, but my forehead broke out with a rash. I'm like, damn, is this stuff 5,000 years old, man? Where the hell you get this crap from? Robbing the grave. Because you don't know what these Egyptians done. You don't really know how they live. And you created this monster called Kemetic teachings, black scholarship, that has no validity in the arena of life, because it's all death. It's death. So Sarah Sudan said it, and Pastor Hagen, and all these Kemetic folks, don't you get all up and think that you all Hasidity talking about the Nation of Islam, where you're nothing but a grave robber. And Kemetic teachers ain't nothing but the monster that somebody created that you follow. You follow a dead man that's a monster created out of the ruins of a civilization that has been dead for a long, long time. You got some nerve to talk about Brother Ben and the Nation of Islam. At least their God was alive in recent times. And you running around fumbling through some damn rocks, somebody's cemetery. And then at the bottom, and when it's all said and done, this is the kicker. The so-called Negro in America, we was denied religion for 200 years. We was denied the right to read and write for hundreds of years. The only teacher we ever known is this Peckerwood cracker racist. He's the only one. Where did you learn Kemet from? You damn slave. You ain't nothing but a slave. Where you learn it from? Well, Dr. Ben, Ivan Samoa. Well, you learned it from your massa. That's where you originally got it from. That's where you got it from. It's Egyptology. That's what it was. And he taught us and introduced his slave to Egypt. And he told you that's you too. But your teacher is a damn liar. But you took the lie and you built on it and created your own monster called Kemetic teaching. From the lie that your massa gave you. And your massa told you that you're a damn African. I don't remember no dark-skinned people coming to us. You know you were African. They stole you from the continent. It was your massa. It was our massa. All this information that we got, at the root of it, it came from your massa. At the root of it. Then you took it and you built on it, and now you crazy about a damn cemetery. Because that's what the pyramids is. And this is the sad thing about it. The Egyptians supposed to be so smart. They invented paper. If they invented paper, why aren't you reading the writings on the paper? You keep talking about the hieroglyphs on the pyramids. And even if they did write on paper, they didn't even write. They painted pictures like they in kindergarten. When you go to read the hieroglyphs, it's nothing but pictures. Don't you have a language? Don't they know how to write? But they so smart. They did so many, all these fantastical things, but apparently they were sort of illiterate. They couldn't communicate no better than your child finger painting. And y'all crazy about a damn graveyard. Kemet is a damn graveyard. And you are Dr. Frankenstein, and now your monster is out of control. Because it's not taking, just like the Nation of Islam, Islamic teachers, it ain't taking you nowhere. It's thousands of these people talking about Kemet. What have they done? What are you doing? Absolutely nothing. What can you do playing in the damn graveyard? We are alive. So you should be focusing on that which is alive. Kemet is dead and gone. You want to take us backwards to a place you've never been and will never be. Running around here wearing an ankh and dashiki, all these different clothes, and I'm a Kemetic African, whatever the hell that is. You look so silly. You ain't no damn different than Brother Ben X wearing a bow tie and selling bean pies. What make you so different? You're going backwards. When a woman have a baby, that baby is made to go forward. Even when you make the baby, the penis moves forward. Nothing is going backwards. Life is about going forward, not backwards. Y'all going all the way back to a graveyard 5,000 years ago. And you have the nerve to talk about Brother Ben X and the teachers of the nation. And young Pharaoh talk about human beings as reptiles. And if you do blow, which I'm going to do right after this video, I'm going to do me some blow and exercise. So I would not, hey, I would not, you know, I would not think so highly of myself when you're a grave robber. That's all y'all Kemetic folks is. Nothing but a grave robber with this made up manufactured stuff, whatever it is. All this high science. Ain't no high science coming out of the graveyard, people. Ain't no high science coming out of the graveyard. You know, those people are long gone. Only thing left is some dust and some bones. That's all. So don't, I mean, you know, don't get all high sedity on yourself and think that you're doing something great. Because you're not. You playing in the morgue. Y'all need a mortician. That's what you need. Woo, man. It's messed up when you think about it. The only real truth is what's coming from here, dealing with reality. If all of us embrace reality, we could change our condition almost overnight. I'm telling you, you cannot change the condition of living people by getting body parts from up out of the graveyard. Nor can you change the condition of people waiting on the mothership, circling around up there somewhere, wherever they say, the mothership, and think it's not going to happen. Grave robbers, wow. You know, and young Pharaoh say, he always said, with that said, he sort of reminds me of Woody Woodpecker, you know, with that said, I'm sorry, I'm just playing Pharaoh. With that said, well, with that said, y'all, I'm really done. You know, I did my work for the day. I just wanted to help Brother Ben out a little bit because clearly he's not going to get any help from his boys. You know, they absent, you know. So before I go, let me acknowledge my chat room. Love for y'all to be here with me. And of course, Sister Sunshine and Lion. Who else I got here? Let me check it out real quick. Okay, Lion is here. Sunshine. Yeah, everybody else gone. Where everybody went? Oh, Divine Conscious is here. How you doing? Oh, the Prince of Peace is here. You know, who else is in here? But everybody in the chat room, love y'all being here with me. And I know they're not gonna like this video. Oh well. That's just how the old pyramid bounces, y'all. And yeah, so I had a good time. I hope that you had a good time with me. And like Don Cornelius always say, if nobody has any questions or want to make a comment, I'll just relay it to everybody. Oh man, that's a blow, ain't it? That's a blow. Grave robbers. They never would have thought somebody called Kemetic teachings grave robbers. They never thought no stuff like that. But that's, I mean, come on, that's what they're doing. That's what happened. You know, if Brother Ben has to handle the truth, y'all got to handle the truth too. Yeah. Hey, yeah, pyramid bounce. If people can be reptiles, how come a pyramid can't bounce? I'm just saying. Woo. Okay, y'all. Until next time, Saturday, I am hoping to have a special guest. My brother Daku Waku. I forgot how to pronounce his last name, but I always call him Soul Brother Daku. He's very good at urban gardening. We need to listen and take notes from this brother and learn how to take advantage of the little land that we have in our homes and places like that, and learn how to grow stuff. And you don't have to have a big farmland. This brother can show us, and we don't have to have a whole lot of land in different pots or something. Yeah, Daku Aku. Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, Lions, you got it. Yeah, right. Yes. So he should be here with me Saturday at 2:30. Saturday is March the 17th, 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this brother is going to talk about perhaps other subjects also, but basically he's here to talk about urban gardening. He is more valuable to us than Black scholarship, because you can't eat Black scholarship. This brother going to show us how to grow in pots and different things. And I mean, he's just a bad man. I'm just going to sit back and absorb the knowledge. You know, I've known the brother for a little while, and he's just a bad brother. And I'm glad that he's going to come and be with us. So yeah, be here Saturday, 2:30. And I already put it in the Google Hangout thing. So press your reminder, be here with us, and let this brother teach us how to do some serious growing us some food and other things in our own backyards. With that said, y'all, I really enjoyed my time, and I wish the best for Brother Ben. I tried to help you, man. I tried to help you. Your best bet, Brother Ben, when you get sick of the nation, you come and be with me. And your energy, oh man, woo! Man, we'll rock the house. Until next time, y'all, as Don Cornelius always say, as in parting, I wish us love, peace,